What's good, my people? This is your boy, the Expert Genius, and I'm out here doing my Friday drive. You know how I do. Either I'm at the house making the video, or I'm in my car driving making the video. But I want to make this video talking about George Foreman, saying that Deontay Wilder is the best American fighter today, this era, and that Canelo, with Wilder being the best American fighter, Canelo is the best fighter in the world. I want to go ahead and throw my 2 cents in, and with my 2 cents, that's me saying that this is my opinion. You can take it how it is. You can leave your opinion in the comments. But before I get into that, I'll also like to say shout out to all my subscribers, and shout out to the mighty LDBC and New Media. Now let's get into it. My 2 cents on it is, I can agree with George Foreman for the most part, saying that Deontay Wilder is the best American fighter, but it's very close, because you have Deontay Wilder, who's the heavyweight champion of the world, but you also got Earl the Truth Spence out there. Yeah, notice how I didn't put my boy Terrence Crawford up there, because he should be up there too, but I want him, and it's not his fault. He's trying to make these big fights, but I just want to see him off in there with a big fighter and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I know him and Sean Porter is friends, and he doesn't want to fight, but you might have to put that aside to do so, because who knows, we might get the Earl Spence fight in mid to late 2020. But you have Wilder, you have Earl Spence, you have Terrence Crawford. I definitely want to see more out of Gervonta Tank Davis, but you got him. You got my boy Caleb Plant. I mean, we got some good American fighters coming, that's out there. But let me get on this. I don't agree with him on is Canelo Alvarez is the best fighter in the world, and I would like to say, based on what? Based on his rehydration clause stipulations, based on him having everything stacked in his favor when he go up against these fighters? Or is it the fact that not only I have been saying this for years, but you got Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., you got Eric Morales, you got Juan Manuel Marquez, Mexican legends, greats, even Mexican legend trainers are even saying is that he's not fighting the top competition in his weight classes or of his era. I mean, yeah, he's fighting big names, but he's fighting fighters on the decline or on their way out of the sport. Like Sergey Kovalev, who admitted he only took the fight for the money. You know, it took him a minute to fight Triple G when he was talking about he was born ready, but then he vacated his title because he didn't, even though he knew that fight was supposed to be next, he vacated his title so he didn't want to have to be forced to face Triple G. And not only before that, when he won the title from Miguel Cotto, he wanted to defend it at 155 against Triple G. And for those of y'all just want to talk about, oh, why are you talking about, you know, Triple G, you know, and all that? Well, people, Triple G is actually older than Sergey Kovalev. If y'all didn't know that, he's actually older than Sergey Kovalev. You know, he's a little bit far in the tooth in his career. And which I still hold my thing that, you know, Callum Smith, even though the performance he just gave was not good and he lost, I still think Callum Smith will give Canelo problems. I mean, Callum Smith is the guy that beat Rocky Fielding and took, you know, that WBA super title from him. But instead of Canelo moving up to fight him or fight David Benavidez or fight Caleb Plant, he went and fought Rocky Fielding, who was awarded the chance to fight for the WB regular after losing to Callum Smith. So he chose the weakest champion at 168. He chose the weakest champion at 175 in Sergey Kovalev, who didn't even have a chance to recuperate after his fight against Anthony Yarde and all that. He fights Danny Jacobs, but he won't fight Andrade or Charlos, who he's been ducking since they were all at 154. He's not fighting the best of his era. He's not fighting people his age or in their prime. But yet we want to call him the best in the world, the best fighter in the world, and we want to move Terrence Crawford off the down on the pound for pound list to put Canelo at #1 just for beating agent on a decline, not the same no more Sergey Kovalev. And we want to try to downplay Deontay Wilder and all that kind of stuff, but Deontay Wilder has faced Tyson Fury and Luis Ortiz. Two fighters in the top 4 of the division. The top 4 fighters, well, you can add more to that, but before Anthony Joshua lost, out of the top 4 fighters, Deontay Wilder has already faced 2 of them, and he's faced one of them twice, and he's getting ready to face the other one, possibly twice, because I don't know what Tyson Fury is going to do. And we want to give all this credit to Anthony Joshua and all that kind of stuff. What fighter has he faced that's in the top 4? Other than, you know, you can't face himself, so you may as well say the top 3. So I can say that with Deontay Wilder. What fighter has Anthony Joshua faced in the top 3? He hasn't faced Wilder. He hasn't faced Fury. He flat out ducked Luis Ortiz multiple times, but y'all only want to talk about Luis Ortiz turning down the fight on short notice when he already had a guarantee with a rematch with Deontay Wilder to avenge his oath. And we want to downplay Wilder, but he has 10 title defenses, which puts him up there with the greats. Now, given the fact that Ali was, millennial when during his second reign, when he had 10 title defenses. Lewis, he had 9, but he was also lineal. And Mike Tyson is off in that category too. And Joe Louis had what was that, 25 or 26 title defenses as lineal, and Larry Holmes had 20 as lineal. He's in good company, but you might want to say, y'all might say, oh well, their title defenses was lineal. Okay, well, there's only been what, 2 fighters since this era of multiple titles. There's only been 2 fighters to have, what's names like that, and that's Vitaly Klitschko and Vladimir Klitschko. With, what I mean by multiple titles, had multiple titles but wasn't lineal. That's Vitaly Klitschko and Vladimir Klitschko. He should have been the lineal champion, but they never gave lineal to Vitaly Klitschko. But he has, during this era, 9 title defenses, and his brother, 20 title defenses, and then they let him get a claim at lineal. So I said, during this era, there's only been 2, and now Wilder is the 3rd. Name another champion who wasn't lineal during this time that has more than 9 title defenses besides Wilder, Vlad, and Vitaly. Y'all, and I'm a Vitaly Klitschko fan, and I'm a Vladimir Klitschko fan, given the fact that I like Vitaly more than I like Vladimir. But Vladimir's era and Vitaly's era, that was the weakest in boxing history. That era was more weak than this era when it comes to the heavyweight division. But y'all give Vitaly and Vladimir more credit for doing what they did in a weak division, even though Vitaly, he did fight Lennox Lewis, and in my opinion, he was winning that fight. And because of the cut over his eye, they stopped it, which I still say they should have had a rematch. But he was later in his career, Lennox Lewis, and all that kind of stuff. So it was still good, but y'all stopped that fight, but y'all don't stop the fight with Otto Wallin and Tyson Fury, which Fury had a double cut over his eye. And Vitali was actually performing better than Tyson Fury was. But we're not gonna get into that. But that's my little 2 cents, my thoughts, my opinions on the whole situation. George Foreman saying that Deontay Wilder is the best American fighter today, and Canelo is the best fighter in the world today, which, like I said, the Canelo part, I strongly disagree on that, because he's not fighting the people that he should be fighting for us to make that assumption. If he would have fought Andrade at instead of ducking Andrade at 154, if he would have fought him at 154 and beat him for that I believe it was the IBF title, we might be like, okay, he might be the best in the world. But no, he's ducking him at 160. He ducked him at 154 and waited for him to move up, and then he fought Liam Smith for Andrade's title that he vacated to move up. If he would have fought Jermell Charlo and won, we could say, okay, yeah, Canelo's the best. He the best in the world. But no, he didn't fight Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo even left Golden Boy because they wouldn't make the fight, and they couldn't force Canelo into getting in the ring with him. Yeah, he just did the same thing for the same belt Triple G did with Sergey Deverenko. He just vacated his title so he didn't have to get in the ring with Sergey Deverenko, just like Triple G did. And now we know why Triple G did it, because when he finally got in the ring with Deverenko, he got his ass whooped, and they had to give him a gift win in hopes that the Zone can secure a third fight between Triple G and Canelo Alvarez. But like I said, that's my 2 cents. Drop a comment. Let me know what your opinions is, if you agree or if you disagree with my opinion. This is boxing. There's always gonna be opinions and all that. But we can debate on opinions all day long. But when there's facts out there and you constantly being hit over the head with facts, there's no arguing that. But this is your boy, the Expert Genius, aka XP. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, all my subscribers, new media, and black media's role. Until next time, your boy in here. Peace.